Alright, doing some more tests with the H-Flow XL for 3/8 inch ID hose. This one's got about 200 flashbacks on it already. Unfortunately, I don't have a video of a lot of that, but I'll show you that it does. Got a check valve over here. We got a foot of tubing in between there and there, and we want to see what the results are. 2 liters a minute. By the way, what you see below here, okay, that's what happens when you start this as a hobby, this whole Brown's gas thing. Alright, so this isn't a commercial, so I'm just leaving it there. I'm not cleaning it up for right now. Alright, got a barbecue sparker with electrodes over there. Let's give it a shot. That's 1. Now look at that. Did you see that second flash? Didn't even get past the check valve. Okay? There's your proof that adding a check valve can add life to your flashback arrestor simply by taking some of the flashbacks on its own. Now it doesn't take all of them. What are we up to, like 4? 5, see that? 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's at least 4 that it's taken already. 9, 10, 11, another one. Stop by the check valve. 12, another one, stop by the check valve. 13, another one, stop by the check valve. 14, that one got passed. 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm going to turn up the gas power here. Okay, we actually need some more gas flow there. 18, I think that was, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. See, the more rapid the flashbacks occur, the more they'll be stopped by the check valve, because the recurring gas isn't as concentrated. Whoa, now look at the power of that. Just blew the tube right off of there. And yet, this thing has survived. Alright, so this is a high power item right here. Alright. Now those tests were with an open-ended tube into like a couple inches of water. Alright, so let's try restricting the end of the tube a bit. Hold on a second. Alright, so now we've closed the end of the tube off with this little adapter and this special stone that we made that is almost completely sealed off. Almost no gas gets through here. Let me show you. Try to hook something up there. Right. Alright, you can barely hear that, right? Well, actually, there's a leak over here. Okay, so there's a tiny air leak because the flashbacks have blown this little assembly apart. Alright, so that's the only leak. Actually, there's a little tiny bit of air getting through there. I want to try to seal it off more. But I'm really trying to push the air through there. Once it's underwater, it's going to be further restricted. Now, I want to see if with a closed end, we can still get the check valve to take some of the brunt of the flashbacks. Take some of the brunt of the flashbacks. Alright? Turning the juice back on. Let's try to make this extra tight. Alright? Alright, I had some pressure built up in there, so let's check it out. See that? It worked. So even if you have a completely closed end, okay, it's more or less completely closed. I'm going to try to close it further, but oh my God, the pressure from that is amazing. It really, I'm holding this and it really hurt my hand actually. Oof. It's amazing that this thing holds up. It really is. Alright, let's shorten the tube here, just for testing purposes. Okay. Alright, so now we got like a little 2 inches of tube there, which I really don't recommend. I recommend it more than that. But look at that. Now, here's the trade-off, right? All the flashbacks are getting past the check valve now, right? But the difference is that now, because you're dealing with such a shorter distance of tube between the check valve and the arrestor, the pressure is greatly reduced. Okay? Let's try. I want to see how much. About 300 watts. Let's try. I don't have an adapter for 3/8. But now, hold on. Hold on a second. Alright, I don't have a proper hose mender. So, conveniently, I just plugged it in, plugged the 1/4 inch to the 3/8 inch. Alright. It's probably just going to blow off, but for testing purposes, it's alright. Alright, so. Oh, no wonder why the check valve's not stopping it. You have to maintain these check valves. You have to maintain these check valves a bit, alright? So, if every once in a while they stop functioning, okay, look. Now I have to change the diaphragm. I can see. I blew a hole in the diaphragm. You can see through there. But, you know what? It's not a problem, because with the debt flag, I have replacements. So that diaphragm, you saw, lasted quite a bit of flashbacks there. Some pretty heavy duty flashbacks. So now I'm going to replace it.